What's up, y'all? It's Shamika Michelle. Like many of you, I watched Michelle Lay's account of her relationship with Dr. Dre and Suge Knight in Surviving Compton, and I'm irritated as hell. And let me tell you why. I'm irritated because I keep seeing tweets and posts and comments about people just saying some real stupid shit, and it's starting to get on my nerves. It's getting on my nerves because I feel like we make light of domestic violence like it's not a real thing. We make jokes, we act like, oh, I don't understand why she stayed, or we turn our nose up. And first of all, I had to go through the counseling when it happened to my child, so I understand the psychological process that happens and why women decide to stay. If you don't know that, shut the fuck up. You just don't goddamn know. But don't turn your nose up to somebody else. Another thing that's irritating me is I think Rickey Smiley was in a disagreement with a woman because she felt like he was condoning what Dre did simply because it was years ago. Now, I get what Rickey Smiley is saying. Like, if Dre has apologized and he's moved on, then we should not condemn him for something that happened 20 years ago. Like everybody is trying to condemn Donald Trump for something that he did years ago, grabbing pussies and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to give Rickey Smiley the benefit of the doubt. I get what he is saying. When you've done something and you have repented for it, you shouldn't have to face those things now. I get the whole Jesus juice thing surrounding it. I understand that. But let me just say, if Dr. Dre on some whole, it didn't quite happen like this, that's not the story. Dr. Dre on some bullshit, and he might as well go put on a goddamn shiny suit and damn turn off the lights. A real man, it will take responsibility for what he did and say, this is not how I'm living now. That was in the past. I hope her story can help somebody. Because 1 in 4 women right now are dealing with domestic violence or sexual assault. So we know that it's an epidemic. We know that it's a problem, even though we turn a blind eye to it. And then you got people saying it wasn't historically correct. Tariq Nasheed, Mr. Historian himself, was saying, he don't think that it's historically correct. What does that mean? What does historically correct mean for a woman who got her ass beat? Like, are you saying, in the movie, it showed that the first time he kicked her ass was in the bed, but actually she was getting out the shower? Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. What is historically correct? Whether he hit her 1 time or 100 times, 1 time is 2 times too fucking many. Like, that ain't no shit that we should be goddamn trying to make excuses for. There is no excuse for domestic violence. Point blank, period. None. It should not happen ever. And I sat in a brunch that we had for women, and I've heard stories of women whose throats have been slashed, who's been shot, whose teeth have been knocked out. Like, this shit ain't cute, y'all. This shit has to stop. And it actually happens to women and men. Domestic violence is never okay. So for the women that's turning their nose up, like, I don't see how you can, shut the fuck up. Just shut the hell up. I used to be that woman. But you know what? Though I've never had my ass kicked, I do know what it's like to be verbally abused, belittled, and made to feel like you ain't shit. Whole lot of y'all know what that's like, because you're damn still mad as hell about it now. You're just trying to pretend like you're not. That's why you're so goddamn bitter and can't have a relationship. Instead of looking down at somebody else, you might want to grab hold of her hand and ask her how she made it out so you can make it out.